Hey, this is a video blog because I am going to quit vaping. Um, you have no idea how much horrific pain I am going through right now because of the because of this tension that back before I started vaping, I had a much easier time stopping the tension, staying on the exterior, as far as focused on the exterior, and just living life happy and smart and fast thinking and all that jazz without tension and stuff. But now, in the year and a half that I've been vaping, I had a hard time putting two and two together. I didn't see the correlation with the vaping and how I am not able to get out of the tension. I mean, before, because I got stuck in this tension before, but I was able to figure out how to get out. And now I get stuck in it and I can't figure out how to get out of it. Or sometimes I'll think, okay, I'm pretty much out of it now or whatever, but I would still feel like hell. I would still have very low energy if I tried, and very low motivation. Like if I wanted to go try to lift some weights, that would be just torture. I was just like, come on, you can just do it, just lift, just get in the door, just get out this door and into the gym door, for God's sakes. I'm just like, just can't do it. Just won't do it. I mean, if I did it once a month, lifted weights, because I hated it so much, that would be progress. And before this, I mean, at one point in time in my life, I loved lifting weights. It was like fun. I mean, another thing that's definitely always fun, and I can't imagine how it wouldn't, is any kind of racket sports, or any kind of sports, even volleyball or football or anything. Playing those sports, going down to the park and playing those sports was always fun as fuck. I mean, there's no reason to ever not want to do it. It's the only thing I wanted to do. It was super fun. Definitely more fun than lifting weights. I mean, lifting weights was always kind of like not that fun, but I mean, it wasn't a painful idea to do before. But now, even the racket sports, it's like I'm not like excited to do them. I mean, I got stuck in a depression that I didn't know could possibly exist. I didn't know that, because I thought felt depressed before in some ways or whatever, or before all I cared about was not doing tension, period. And as long as I wasn't doing that, that's all that mattered. But then I got stuck in this depression too. So it's been a fucking nightmare. This is probably one of the worst. One of the worst. These years that I've moved down to Florida have been probably about the worst years of my life. Yeah. And also when I first got stuck in the tension, those were definitely by far the worst, because I was stuck in the tension and I had no idea what the fuck was going on and how I did it. Now, after that, after I had an idea of what had happened to me and how to at least tough call. I don't know which years have been the worst, but so far, because of that biofeedback that I did, most of my years have been more bad than good. So that's very unfortunate. In any case, I have to stop. This is like day one video blog about me not doing. Take a look at that right there. See that? No, look at the top corner. See that? That's what I'm talking about. I'm living in that type of nightmare. I can't think. I'm a total zombie, and it's horrific. And it's all because I'm feeling this tension, and while I'm feeling it, trying to talk at the same time, it's like I'm not really seeing the world very clearly. I'm not feeling it. There's not a lot of thoughts there. I mean, I literally used to be a certifiable genius. Like, that can be proven with math and SAT scores and IQ scores and all that stuff. Not, something that I think I was really smart. No, I could definitely prove it by the numbers. But yeah, this is what happened to me. It's real. It's absolutely horrific. And it's all of my own doing. It's a form of anxiety. It's this tension, depersonalization, and it has been greatly enhanced by the vaping. These were my new favorites that I just discovered, but then I also just discovered, oh my God, this vaping. There's a correlation with this vaping now, in me not being able to get out of the tension, get out of the pain. And also, even if I do get out of the pain and they're not correlated, I think it's directly related to me dragging my feet out there, and not having a lot of energy. Or, before, like, one of my favorite things to do was to run real fast. It's just, I don't know why, it just was fun to do it. It was fun to be able to track down balls and run real fast. Running fast was just, it felt fun. It wasn't work, it was pleasure. And now I can't even run fast if I wanted to. It's like I'm just too tensed up to do it or something. It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. So I'm gonna get myself back to a good situation, at least in some sort. And you won't even recognize me. The next few video blogs are gonna be unrecognizable. Look at the zombies that you see right now. Super zombie. Can barely talk. My lungs hurt from the vaping too. That's how often I do it. It's just nonstop. Yeah, and I suppose it's been a year since I started vaping. Maybe even not quite a year. I don't know. I can figure it out because I do remember an event that happened in which, on the same day, I bought my vapor and fluids for the very first time. So I do remember when it all started. So I think there's a correlation definitely in ill health from it. Absolutely. So, and plus, ever since I stopped doing it, there was only a few days, which were kind of recently, in which I felt good, and it was the day when I overslept and went to the airport without my vape. And I was like, screw it. I'm just going to fucking suffer cold turkey. Plus, I want to see how much of a health impact this will have on me. And as it turned out, I think my brain started to function much better. I was able to talk fast and think fast and all kinds of good stuff, right? And it didn't take too long after stopping the vaping for that to occur. So it's almost just more evidence that it's actually so directly related. So I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop the vaping for good, and this shit's all going in the garbage. It's too bad I just bought like $100. Where is it? I don't know. $100 right there at least of e-juice that I pretty much bought recently, but fuck you for, you know what? I take that back. I don't want to fuck you people that created vaping, because it's so much better than cigarettes still. But the biggest problem is I had a very easy time not smoking because it immediately hurt your lungs, okay? Because, that shit's so unhealthy. It not only hurts your lungs to breathe in after you smoke, but also if you try to like lift weights or anything, you can't at all lift as much, you know? It's so much more of a nightmare smoking cigarettes that is what makes it easier to quit. Now with the vaping, it wasn't as obvious. So it slowly crept in and was destroying my life, and I didn't recognize it. And in that way, vaping is worse, you know, because why would you quit smoking if you can't figure out the reasoning, quit vaping or, whatever, if you can't figure out a reason why it's even bad for you. You're thinking, well, it probably doesn't affect my health. I think my problems are associated to something else, which was this neurofeedback I did back when I was a kid, basically, where I tensed myself up accidentally, like an inner Tai Chi type of tension that I got stuck inside of, but and have struggled with trying to escape it ever since. But but anyways, so yeah, and so it's hard to quit if it has ill health effects. It's much harder to quit vaping because the health effect is not that severe, and you can't even figure out a lot of reasoning to quit if there's not a lot of evidence showing that there's that much of a problem with it. But I'm here to tell you there is a big problem with it. It causes anxiety and I think it can cause anxiety, and it can cause depression. Well, that anxiety, that tension is going to cause that. And it also can cause fatigue. Now, all three of those things can be things that cause each other. What do you freaking call that? A domino, whatever. One causes the other. Like having fatigue is going to cause you to be depressed, obviously. So, but that's why you got to be so careful, because one little bad thing can cause the bad thing in all the others. If your body doesn't feel good, your mind doesn't feel good, because your mind is worried about how your body doesn't feel good, So it's like you got to be careful. And playing around with poison is not being careful. So fuck that shit. Good luck. And I'll catch up to you next time. I'll be so much healthier. You won't fucking possibly believe that it is imaginable that it's possible for a human to go from all stuttery and hardly able to talk, hardly able to think, has a low vocabulary, to being the complete opposite. It's I'm a total. The transformation is astounding. Okay, and I bet there has, other than somebody that got like real bad brain damage. Like I saw a Netflix show on this guy who was a professional snowboarder, second best snowboarder in the world outside of Shaun White, and forget his name, but he went from being so amazing, great personality, super whatever, good personality, smart guy, and also extremely talented with body control, to having him smash his head real hard, and guess what? Just that alone, he can't walk, he can barely talk, he's not cool anymore. I mean, he's still a good guy and everything, but he's a totally different human being because of the massive brain damage. And that is what happened to me as well. So, it's real as real can be. Okay, that's how much of a change it causes to me, and you'd be absolutely stunned at how different I am. Totally different from this. Right now, I'm a zombie. It's like I'm sleeping. I'm seeing myself getting shot and seeing how stupid this other person is being, and how there's no thoughts there. What's going on? I know this has nothing to do with the real me. I can see it. I know it, but I can't do anything about it. It's like watching me in a movie get shot, except this is a real life movie, and I'm like, God, this is fucking bullshit, and there's nothing I can do. Okay, enough said.